Oh boy, Tommy. NERDSoul. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta. Hold it down, bring that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, come with another wonderful episode of On Screen. We are fast approaching the end. That is right. This show is on the bliss. There's so much beauty and bliss in this show that I can't hold it in. And of course, you saw the title. You know what we talking about. It's Power. And some real quick housekeeping before we get everything going is that I will be doing a really dope live stream next week for the finale with the QA podcast, folks. That's right. Anthony, Mariah will be hanging out, talking about Power, talking about the whole season, talking about the finale episode. It's going to be an extended episode. I'm psyched. I hope you're psyched. But let's table that for just a moment. And we're going to get into, of course, the fallout of the shootout with Kanan, his name being plastered, the son's picture being plastered, and 4 cops getting killed, maybe out of the blue for the, department, but just the fallout of how this affects everyone. Because, Tariq is like, oh, this fixes everything. Not exactly. This actually makes things worse. Dude, 4 dead cops. Like, when they kill 1 cop, they be trying to shut down the street and have people come with trumpets and all that stuff. 4 cops? Son, you about to make the block so hot. And we just got out of trouble. Ghost was just in court last. You know what? You don't listen. And matter of fact, while we're on it, let's talk about Tariq. He done lost his mind. See, at first he was just a bad kid. Now he's essentially crazy. This fool said, it's because of him that everything, I let y'all win. He masterminded this. He's so great. He's so smart. Tariq, look, the only reason you've been able to move like you can move is due to the protections afforded to you by the life that your father and mother have created for you. Ghost and Tasha have put in the real work to put you up in this high castle to be able to play your gangster games. Dude, you ain't Ghost. You ain't never gonna be Ghost. You ain't Kanan. You soft. You one of them cats that wanna be so hard, so bad, but know good and well it ain't in your blood. If it was in your blood like that, when homie shot that cop in front of you, you wouldn't have jumped like you did. You jumped like you was in a horror movie. But anyway, you know what? We ain't got too much time to talk about Tariq. I still think he deserved a strap. He deserved a butt whooping. Take his door off the hinges so I can see everything. No phone privileges, no TV. He lounging up in this joint with everything I bought. You know what? Look, we got tons of stuff to get into. So look, just Tariq stupid. So let's get to Tommy and James, aka I Told You So Ghost. Finally in this episode, we get, a little more interaction between Ghost, Tommy, and of course Papa T up in the scene. And you can still see where Ghost is like, yo man, I don't trust old boy like that. I don't trust him. I ain't feeling it. I need to talk to you one-on-one. And you still see Tommy. Tommy should feel a certain way about his father. This is his biological father. He's finally come back. He never really knew who he was. Now that he's in his life, he accepts him for who he is, all kinds of stuff. So I do see the magnetic and emotional connection. I know he needs that. We all need that. We all need someone to relate to, someone who loves us for us, someone who will invite us into their lives. But Papa T is wrong. All kinds of wrong. And unfortunately, as we see in this episode, he had to learn that for himself in such a horrible way. Because dude was, talking to the feds, about everything. Now, of course, he did say, I started liking you and all that. But that's besides the point. Dude was still dirty. And we'll get to how I think the psyche and all that handles in a second. But I want to move on to someone else that, Tommy is tied to, which is Keisha. I like the way they're positioning her, but I think the way she's positioned now puts her in more danger because she's been on the fence about a lot of stuff. Like, oh, well, I'm there to hold it down for you. I'll lie for you, this, that, and the third. And then say, I don't want to have to lie for you. I don't want to have to do these things. I don't want to be in this life. Keisha, like I said before, like an episode or two ago, this just isn't for her. And I do think there's a part of Tommy that appreciates Keisha, but he is just not the right person. This is not the right life for her. She needs to get out of New York as a whole, man. This joint is just going to end horribly for her. I honestly think that Tommy's life or Tommy/Ghost and Tasha's life are going to get her either in jail, most likely killed. But, I'll table that because, I want to see what y'all think. Do you think Keisha will end up dead or not? I'm just testing the waters. Let me see what you think. But let's move on to, of course, the lovely Dre. Boy, oh boy, there is some trouble in paradise. Your boy, he ain't all that no more. Got heads in the freezer. Feds coming in. People want to know what you're doing. You can't go to France no more. You know what I'm saying? Dead people, Jimenez mad. You know what I'm saying? Got your girl, Lucia, whatever. I can't remember the girl name. Whatever the girl name is. She mad at you. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of stuff is crumbling and tumbling down. And then he hears, you ain't number one no more. Now, it's going to be Cristobal. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I said Cristobal. All right? Cristobal never even wanted to be the man, and now he the man. Dre's problem is that he never thought that being the man would be this hard. This is why everyone that told me, tweeted me, DM'd me, messaged me, whatever, like, Dre is the next Ghost. No, he not. Dre is a wannabe Ghost. See, because if Ghost was there, this Cristobal stuff would have never happened. That's right. Dre is a good student, protege, but he was not ready. And this season has shown how not ready he is. So, you know what? I'm glad that he ended up losing his position. Now, he did snitch and, get Cristobal and everybody all, in the feds. But straight up, he knows in the back of his mind, he ain't built for this. He ain't ready. He doesn't have what it takes on the street/professional side to make this work the way Ghost did. And I think he thought that a nice suit and some street swag would get it done. And I'm glad that he found that it did. Now we got some cool stuff to get to in just a second, because I ain't even talk about your girl Angela yet. You best believe that. We gonna get to her. But of course, first, Cure Brand's gonna help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, check that link below. Hat, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. Once you find something you like, of course, cop it. So let's talk about, of course, Angela. Old girl's been tiptoeing around, gloating in people's faces, living the high life, getting wins, arresting folks, walking around in nice dresses and skirts, thinking she all that. Well, guess what? Once again, a tumbling down. Yo, I'm so glad that the end of this episode had her face looking like it did. Because I told her, y'all were here when I told her, y'all heard me, y'all saw what I was saying. I told her, stop gloating. Stop walking around here like don't none of your stuff stink. Stop acting like you holier than thou, like you the most justice than the justice. You know what I'm saying? Like you full of self-righteousness. Stop it, because it's going to catch up with you. And guess what? It did. She came up in there. They had the little vision board with all, how the cops, detectives had the vision board with all the lines pointing to everybody. And she was up at the top. She was up at the top. Now, we know she's not at the top, but it serves her right to be at the top. I am so happy that there is some sort of, I guess, fallout consequence from everything that didn't happen to her in season 4. Now, technically, I guess you could say, nothing happened to John Mock either. They're still working there and stuff. But Angela kind of skated by like she was the blameless dove. And I'm just tired of that. So it was nice to see her face cracked up. And we're going to see if she turns state's witness and snitch up in this piece because the block is hot. So real quick, I want to talk about Proctor before I get back to, of course, Papa T and the Teresi fam. Proctor is so solid, straight up. Proctor may be the most consistent and solid character when it comes to what he's doing in this show. He did slip up with that whole thing, trying to put the drugs in the ex-wife's little envelope. But for the most part, he's been solid and straightforward to what he's trying to do. And even when he could have sold out Ghost, he was like, look, let me write this little message down and let him know what's up. And took care of him when he didn't have to. He sold him up the river, but Ghost was like, yo, you family? He was like, oh, word? Word, we family, son? Let me write this little letter, on a little napkin, and so we can both be safe. And I love his, his loyalty, because it wavered for a little bit. We all, we all come short from the grace of God, but I'm just saying, he wavered, but he came back and he held it down. And I think we all deserve, or we all should give him the deserved props of just saying, yo, Proctor, you that dude. You know what I'm saying? You're a solid guy and we appreciate you. So now let's get back with, of course, Tommy, Papa T. That last car ride, after Tommy knew exactly who his father was, what his father has done, the whole reason he killed Sammy, all that stuff, it just fed into how much it broke him. And unfortunately, he was wrong this whole time. And I know it's going to be hard to face, Ghost again, but Ghost had the wisdom. And once again, he's not like Angela. He doesn't have to gloat and be like, I told you so. Ghost was like, look, let me give this to Vincent because he'll hear it from him, not from me. And I don't even have to put, my face all up front for it. But seeing his heartbreak, seeing him even allowing his dad to see Connie one last time, that showed the weird code that Tommy has. Because Tommy's definitely on some psychotic type stuff, but he still has this weird place of love for certain people. And you could see how it got chipped away when he had to kill his father. And it was a real moving moment for me. I think it really built his character, and I think it'll build his character for further seasons to come, if we get them, which I'm pretty sure we will. This thing will probably go on for 4 or 5 more seasons or whatever, as long as it's good. But guys, holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk about Tommy. Where do you think he's going from here? What do you think about Proctor? Is he down for real? Are you sure? What do you think about Vincent and Tariq? How do you think that's going to play out? You know what I'm saying? You can see that Vincent's like, look, you're too young for this, man. Look, you need to be in school, but we'll see where that goes. Also, what is the relationship between Vincent and Ghost, if there will be any? We found out that he went up to him. He was like, yo, Kanan lied to you about that. So all that Condoleezza Rice with, Angela, John Mock, all this stuff. Let me know what you think, guys, down in them comments. Let's talk about Power because we only have one more episode. And before I bounce, don't forget, next week, live stream. Gonna have a lot of fun. Cannot wait to see y'all's sunshiny faces. But until then, I'm gonna tell you guys to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. That's right. Check me out right there. All my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.ThatNERDSoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. Don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right. There's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, if you ever have a wire and you want to help your friend out, just write a message. Peace.
If you love it enough, we rock it real, keep it street, always rugged. hugging and talk.